Numbers dear participants, message పెట్టమంటాడు. పెట్టేసేయండి. మనం 6 చెప్పాను కదా, అందరూ 6. 6 చెప్పాను కదా మనం. ఏమైంది?
Hello.
చెప్పు. రీచింగ్.
Hello. Am I audible? Can someone respond or raise your hand?
Sir, I'm Swati. Can we start after 5 minutes? The participants are joining here.
Yeah, sure. I'm just checking whether my audio is audible or not.
It was okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Everyone, please mute your mics.
ఎందుకంటే దాంట్లో 9th 10th అని ఉంది.
Everyone, please log in with your name. Some of the participants are not logging with their names. So please log in with your name.
తగ్గించి పెట్టు. సౌండ్ ఇంతనే ఉంటుంది. ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది హాల్లో పెట్టేయండి. అంతే మనం మాట్లాడినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది. అదంతా పెట్టేసి దూరం పెట్టి సార్ good evening to my participants. Please all of you mute your mic and video. Venkateswara sir, please.
లైట్ లో ఒకటేదో పని చేయట్లేదు అనుకుంటా.
Venkateswara sir, please mute your mic. Venkateswara Sabineni, please mute your mic. Dear participants, all of you please fill the feedback, all the sessions, and 80% attendance will be maintained, all of you, and also 1 minute video will be required. These are the factors will be required for the certification purpose.
Sir Shivalok Prashant sir, shall we start?
Were you checking with me?
Yes, sir. Shall we start?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay, sir. Wait
Just
a
trying
minute.
to get my
Okay.
Let's just start with this thing.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you can start.
Okay, sir. So it is a pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest. Mr. Shivalok Prashant is a senior manager in the Financial Services Division at Capgemini India, specializing in insights and data. With 18 years of experience in the information technology industry, he is currently manages complex data projects for a leading payments client in the USA. His expertise spans various domains including telecom operations, retail banking, payments processing and cards. Shivalok has a rich background in building expertise data warehouses, cloud data lakes, and BI models, and he worked with clients globally to deliver advanced data solutions. Prior to Capgemini, he served as a solution designer at Hewlett Packard, focusing on the migration of telecom data models. And he studied at Shivalok holds a BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University and is certified Teradata and IBM Data Architect, Google Cloud and Safe Agilist.
ఏంటది చిస్ పీసా ఏ చూపించు
So I would like to take
ఎందుకు
over.
అది ఆర్డర్ పెట్టేసుకుంటే
Shivalok sir,
అదే
can we
చూస్తున్నాను
start?
దానికోసం కాదు ఉంటే ఇది
capturing ఉంది. ఇది
Sandhya ma'am,
experience
please
discuss
mute your mic. Dr. and Sandhya. Please
Oh,
mute your
sir.
mic, Dr. Sandhya ma'am.
2 मिनट में कॉल करती, एक ऑर्डर बुक कर रही हूँ, करते ही कॉल कर.
Hello, Sandhya ma'am.
ఏంటది చెప్పు, చిస్ పీసా?
CRISPES.
Sandhya ma'am, can you mute your mic?
చిస్ పీస్.
Everyone, please mute your mic, please.
ఇదిగో ఫ్రెష్ ఫ్రైడ్ ఆనియన్స్ ఇది కొట్టు.
దీంట్లో
I'm
లేవు.
requesting everyone, please mute your mics.
Yeah, just hold for a minute.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please, everyone, mute your mic, please. It causes disturbance.
Swati ma'am, please carry on.
So we are confident that this lecture today will provide us with valuable perspectives and the practical knowledge that we can apply in our own careers. Sir, please join in welcoming Shivalok Prashant sir. Sir, over to you.
Hi everyone. So, sorry. I think Swati madam was the one who gave my introduction, right?
Yes, sir,
Thanks for introducing
I
me
gave
to the team.
introduction.
So
Sir.
I would prefer at least someone coming on cameras if possible, because I would like to have an interactive session instead of having a dummy session.
Oh, okay, sir.
Even I will be coming on screen. So just to start with, so you're all from information technology background or computer science professors, or you have some other departments also here? Hello. Madam? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all of you are from same background, computers background, or CSE department, or some other departments are also there, because I'd like to go accordingly for the presentation. Hello. Can someone answer me?
We can hear you, sir. We are from the CSE background, some of us.
Fine.
I don't know about everybody. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I think this is the third day of your training, right? Can someone brief me what is happening from last 2 days? Like, I think this is not the first topic that we're going to start on this thing, right? What, can you give me? What are the topics that we covered yesterday, day before? And
About Gen AI fine tuning, we covered yesterday, sir.
okay, generative AI was the first topic.
And fine tuning.
Okay.
LLM fine tuning, sir.
Language learning model.
LLM fine tuning, sir.
Okay, LLM fine tuning. Good. I'm just trying to get these details because the next level of these things, whatever we are going to talk, is depending on your understanding in the current, whatever you discussed or you've been going through in the last 2 days. If I start all of a sudden, what is a chatbot? Or coming to today's topic, I think I've been assigned to talk on chatbots and OpenAI, and one more thing is DALI. Am I correct? This is what is an introduction sessions for all these things, is what I believe. Can someone confirm that we are going to talk on these topics today?
So once again, repeat it what?
Okay. So first of all, how many of you have been using chatbots or any specific things from recent past? Have you heard of chatbots and anything earlier?
No, sir.
Okay. How many of you hold
Sir, by chatbots, you mean the chat GPT, etc., those tools you are saying?
how many of you hold an account in any of a bank in India? Raise your
I
hand.
think
Everyone, I think.
almost all of
Everybody
us, sir.
has,
Everyone
like,
have the account.
we have used the chatbot, sir. I mean, I have used at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Many of us have used chatbots. Also, we have accounts, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So The question why I asked is that's a major place. Everyone is trying to use the chatbots, and that's a starting point. I believe in 2018 or 19 is what SBI has started introducing chatbots to their this thing. Can anyone tell me what is a SBI chatbot in their site? Chatbot name? Hope someone will have a SBI account. Because I'm trying to make the session interactive. That's why I'm asking these many questions. Someone have an SBI account? It's not a question paper. You can go through the site and tell me what is this chatbot name.
State Bank Intelligent Assistant.
Sorry?
State Bank Intelligent Assistant, SIA is a
Yeah.
digital.
It's yeah. Okay. So if you see SIA, it just pops up when you log in and it starts disturbing you saying, want any help, tell me. At least I feel it's been disturbing people this way. Okay, it's not only SIA. For ICC Bank, you have some other one. All the banks are having, almost all banks have their own chatbots now. So let's get into the topic. I'll try to present whatever I've been going through from last 4 5 years. Um, been trying on working on one chatbot project from last 4 5 years, uh, but it doesn't get materialized. That's okay, but I was able to get some knowledge. I'll try to do something. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to share my screen. I'm facing some problem. One moment. Let me know once you're able to see the screen.
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Okay. Is there a way we can full screen with this thing? Okay. So I try to make it more kiddish, so people will understand or people enjoy the thing. So, what is a chatbot? Like as a team discussing, chatbots are type of a computer software capable of answering customer queries by simulating human conversation using through different voices, text messages, or voice commands, or rule-based bots to virtual assistants. These technologies are becoming standard web interactions. Businesses are using them to engage their clients, improve customer service, and enhance their experience. So I'm just trying to read out the definition of this thing, but you can stop me anytime and you want any question, you have any question, you can counter me or you can ask me. I'm very happy to have that that way. instead of just reading the book. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll have this. Okay, so how many of you believe that the first chatbot was before even in the 19th century? At least you tried, any one of you tried this thing? This chatbot, Elisa, is still active. Maybe you can check in the net about this history. This was an experimental piece prepared by Joseph in 1966, and it is still live chatbot. It was not made for any specific company or something, but it is still made active just to make sure it's one of a memorable moment in human history. The chatbots are used to automate tasks and provide customer service and enhance engagements. That's common thing. Okay. So coming to the chatbots types. So at a high level, maybe if you're flying in a flight, a 50,000 feet above, you feel what is that? A chatbot. The chatbots are basically divided into three types uh, at high level: rule-based chatbots and AI-based chatbots and hybrid chatbots. The basic difference between this rule-based, AI-based, and hybrid chatbots is very simple. Like a rule-based is you feed a certain set of rules to the chatbot and it keep answering whatever. If you go out of that rules, it doesn't answer anything. It just stays silent, or it will keep repeating the same thing in for loop. It doesn't give a proper answer, and that is what basically our all banks does. Just buying a time from all the customers because they don't know what to do with what. And the AI powered chatbots, generally these are used in high level organizations. Maybe if you log into any Infosys or uh, any Walmart site or any US based site, then you'll be able to see this chatbots where you have a lot of details, and it'll even, for example, if you log in into a Walmart site and you try using the chatbot, you'll be able to place an order, and you get a bill on your, you get an invoice on your email ID and mobile number with everything. And you get a confirmation also, like what you do in Amazon. For example, our Amazon also, we have a Amazon site. Mostly people will be using Amazon, I believe Amazon or online site, and Amazon also uses a chatbot. I'm not sure how many of you used. By the way, how many of you have Alexa or Siri or any of such things at your home or at a workplace? How many of you are using? Anyone use that?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
okay, so can whoever has said it, sorry, I'm just trying to find out where is my this link. There it has gone. Sorry, I'm very new to Zoom, so I don't know how to manage with Zoom. So you guys are watching my screen, right? So can you tell me minimized something and kept Where is the Zoom meeting link? I don't know where it has gone actually. I don't know.
Sir, it is down on the taskbar. There is one Zoom is there, right?
This one?
Yes. There you can click, sir.
I was doing a video conversation with you, right?
Not audible, sir, your voice.
Fine. Okay. Got it. So this AI powered chatbot, you can see an example in your Flipkart or in shopping websites. Uh, and this hybrid chatbots actually are a combination of both rule based and AI powered. They are more advanced, and most of it takes their inputs from hybrid chatbots only, basically. So rule based chatbots, if you see, usually provides user with a different options that can explore a website visitor or click on the category that are interested, get answer or behavior interaction related to a particular query. These types of bots are most often used in simple tasks like replying and frequent asked questions. So what generally we do is frequently asked questions, we feed it as a rules to the chatbots and they keep responding, and it is based on a particular word search. So if you say like a rule chatbot, if you are looking for an uh, call center number, if you just mention call center, it will give you all the details like call center phone number across all the locations for that. So it's a what do you call it? It's an keyword based search actually. So it is not having an intelligence that what we are trying to type, it doesn't see. But AI powered chatbots are a bit different than that. What it does is it tries to understand our mood and how we are trying to understand, how we are trying to get to it, or what are we trying to get from it. All those things it will try, and then it will try to give a relevant answer, not completely a relevant answer as of now. In future, we'll see like it will get complete relevant answer. But hybrid chatbots are something like it will first start with the rule based thing and keyword based search, and the moment it starts seeing like it needs someone from help or someone help, or it needs a help, right? It keeps answering us in the front end. It also keeps a message to the corresponding support person in the back end asking here human intervention is needed. So it gets input from both the sides and keeps answering the people. In the front end, it looks like as if it's been answered only with a chatbot, but the chatbot, hybrid chatbot, gets the inputs from the users also at the back end. How a chatbot works, actually, I've tried to give a small flowchart here. A bot receives query from the user query is analyzed, user intent is identified, a bot sends a reply. Okay, so detailed classification. If you come to a detailed classification of this thing, there are actually 6 types of chatbots like menu based, rule based, NLP based, ML based, hybrid chatbots, and voice chatbots. So let's get into that. Each one of them different actually. The detailed classification of chatbots actually, if you see, um, when you are a chatbot based when you're a button-based chatbot, that are some of the most commonly used bot types. So they generally speaking, they use called decision tree type of logic, and which is usually displayed a list of menu buttons to users. Then you can pick an option that best corresponds with their inquiries, and that are they are the answers. If you see, this is a sample rule that we have tried to place in this thing. For example, this is like your IVR. Earlier, we used to use an IVR missions You pick up a phone and call them, like option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, like that. That's also a kind of a voice chatbot. uh, Here what they do is the same thing, they are making it interactive on your GUI actually. So when you log in, it asks hi, it says hello, wishes you, and then says, are you looking for something? And if you say you're looking for this thing, and based on that, it keeps going. It takes the flow and it goes to some place where it cannot answer, or it can answer, and it provides based on the question you ask. If it is there already a rule set, it answers. If it is not able to, it doesn't make answer. It's basically a rule-based chatbot kind of thing, actually. So a keyword recognition based chatbots earlier. That's what I said. Rule based chatbots are basically a keyword recognition based. But let's go ahead and explore more this thing. This is a perfect fit for business where well-known queries you can receive from the customers, otherwise known as linguistic bots. This rule-based chatbots work upon a principle if-then logic. And what this if-then logic, what they do is here, they'll try to always have a if-then else logic. And if this is the input, go this way, else is this way, like that. Uh, so can you tell me if you are concentrating, what is the difference between menu-based chatbot and this rule-based chatbot? Anyone?
Maybe a menu-based chatbot gives us the whole menu, and we have to figure out which option we choose. The rule-based chatbot might be asking us a lot of information to figure out which combination, and based on that combination, which rule to fire. So maybe that could be the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, like if you see, there are buttons displayed on the chatbots, and then you just have to mention, and you just have to take how it goes out. Let me put this thing also here, then it makes easier for you to understand. So this is a menu based chatbot sample, and this is your rule-based chatbot. So menu-based chatbot will have something of this sort, like shipping, return stacks, or all the menus. And so whoever has answered, thanks for listening. I hope you are paying the attention. So and
I answered, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the basic difference between rule-based and menu-based. And then next comes NLP bots actually. So those NLP bots are like this natural language processing bots. So to say simply, right, maybe not an exact match. Uh, I would say, like, if you are using your Android keyboard, right, uh, next to your space bar, you will have a world icon, globe icon, where you can shift between your languages, whatever languages you select, like your English, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, whatever languages you select. So, and you can also type. There is one specific kind of thing, like uh, if you type in English, it keeps printing in Telugu, actually, if someone has tried it. So that's a basic for this natural language processing technology. And the similar thing it uses here, actually. It helps you to understand the capabilities of this type of bots processes. Let's do quick comparison with the previous mentioned bots, actually. So in turn, see, in this helps understand the human language. That's what, whatever language you type in, it will be able, for example, you give a question in Telugu, it tries to do it and convert it into English, and it can respond in English, because as of now NLPs doesn't have a capability to respond in your own language. At least to my knowledge, I have not seen any such that responds to the same language. if someone has seen that, you can correct me, you can add the detail. I will also understand. Is you've been you guys learn things very fast compared to us actually. So, for example, for an LP, right? Say the customer asks a rule-based chatbot to share a shipping info related to our business. Since it's trained to provide the answer according to the shipping keyword, it asks you for a particular subject like what is your PN, AWB number, or what is your bill number kind of. But what would happen if the person were asked to something like what is the shipping rate for a FedEx of weight? You guessed it. If you can guess it, a rule-based bot would only be able to share the same answer as above, only recognize the keyword shipping. But NLP chatbots will understand some more specific inputs and be able to come up with appropriate reply. Answering user question is entirely answering its question entirely. Either it will say like you will have to connect with uh, the person, and it will try to connect you to the person asking this is a question from the user, and it doesn't answer you properly. uh, Same thing like menu based chatbots, anyways you will not be finding this menu. But in the earlier chatbots, like if you rule based chatbots, if you are asking something, it just finds a keyword match in shipping and it answers it. Shipping, whatever is answered for shipping, it gives you the shipping answer. But if you're asking for shipping, how much is the rate, it doesn't tell you. But this NLP bots are capable of understanding your what are you trying to ask, and then it is going to come back and ask you this thing, or it will connect you to that person and will get you the answer for that actually. So another classification is a machine learning bots. Actually, these are contextual or machine learning bots, among the most advanced ones in the bunch. These bots are machine learning and AI technologies to memorize conversation with a specific users. By doing so, they have the potential to learn and develop even further with the time. In other words, the more user interactions that ML bots has, the more it's capable of improving its own. So what is the latest what is the latest AI technology you guys are aware of?
All these Alexa, Siri,
No,
and
no, no.
this
When I say like
IoT based. Yeah.
you guys, yeah, or any one of you have an idea in which generation of AI we are in?
Sir, once again, repeat the question.
Sorry,
Once again, repeat the question. It's
uh,
not on.
in which generation of artificial intelligence we are currently in? For example, we had for telecoms we had a 2G, 3G, 4G, right? Now in 5G. So
I
which,
think, sir, third generation.
sorry?
Third generation.
Third
Yes.
generation, sir.
What is the first generation? And what is the okay, fine. What is the third generation artificial intelligence name? Okay. Anyone answering?
It's connectionist AI.
It's generative AI. Third generation
Generative
is
AI.
generative AI.
Generative AI.
Actually, anyone have? Thanks, Kishore. Thanks for answering. I understand you are not in a position to speak, so you're typing. That's good. Gen AI is a third generation AI. Anyone have an idea what is a fourth gen AI?
Deep learning and big data.
Sorry?
Deep learning and big data.
No, deep learning and big data is a second generation AI. It's not the fourth generation. Actually, deep learning and big data doesn't come in the generations of artificial intelligence. Actually, let's not go there. It's a very big topic. But the fourth generation AI is called induced AI, or People call it different names, but one name which I feel is induced AI. So what it does is like, for example, as of now on your systems, right? How many of you use Copilot or any of this Chat GPT or anything?
Yes, sir. Chat GPT will use.
Sorry.
Chat GPT.
Okay.
Yes.
Chat GPT you're using.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Which generation of Chat GPT you're using? Which version of Chat GPT?
The fourth version, fourth generation, fourth version.
Yeah, Chat GPT fourth generation. So even the Chat GPT fourth generation is coming under generative AI only. It is not induced AI or augmented AI. Induced AI is also called augmented AI actually. So here, for example, if you're the difference, right? How it goes building is the machine learning bots. If you see, this is the most important part of it. What this does is like they'll start conversing with us and they will recognize and memorize the conversation they does with us. For example, currently whatever is the generation, currently whatever is chat bots, whatever we have, right? For example, you log in into SIA, a State Bank of India site, and trying to ask something. It's a rule-based AI. It actually gives an answer, and it when the session closes, it forgets the session. But this machine learning bots, right? They don't forget the session with you. They recognize where you left it, and they start the building. They start building your conversation based on that. And for example, even in some cases, right, there are some specific AIs which we built internally for our purposes. What it does is like it recognizes and remembers, memorizes whatever we speak, and the language we use also it remembers, and it tries to respond to you in the same manner. For example, few people like using certain set of words in their conversation, so that bot also tries to respond to you in the similar manner, so you feel comfortable talking to it actually. So that's a machine learning AI bot. And say the visitor has already interacted with them, what the order wants to chat about. Yeah, it's the same thing. So let's go back. In the interest of time, I think I have got only 45 minutes. So next is a hybrid chatbot actually. This hybrid chatbot is same thing, is a mix of AI and rule-based technologies that we have discussed at a high level. So I'm not going in deep in this thing here because we have a lot of topics to discuss further. So yeah. The final one is a voice chatbot. So this voice chatbot is one example. What I can say is your conversational AI and your virtual assistants, speech to text and text to speech functions, which is your Alexa, or if you are using Samsung phones, I think now you have a Bixby on that. And uh, Hey Google, whatever we use, Hi Google, and Siri as a chatbot, all these things are your voice assistants on your mobile actually. And how the data flow for that is the user asks a question, voice bot converts a message into a text, and bot searches for the most accurate answer, and then receives bot converts the answer to a speech, and user receives the answer by voice. So these are the types of chatbots, but one question which I wanted to ask here is see, uh, on mobile, right? If you are asking Hi Bixby or Hey Google or hi Siri to an Apple mobile. So it starts typing whatever you talk on a language. Correct? You with me in this? Guys, there with me. So can anyone tell me how an Alexa mission at your home, if you have a Alexa speaker or you have a Siri speaker at home, how this happens? Or just have a third process how it happens.
I think initially we get it used to our voice. It once it is attuned to our voice, then it is able to take commands. Basically, it is not something that understands us. It is just a command bot. So whatever you tell it to do, the instruction is followed. Like you said, it searches the net or whatever for a particular song or whatever it is. So it converts basically our speech into text. Then it
Yeah,
looks for
you're saying it
keywords.
converts the
Yeah.
speech into text, right? For example, see, maybe you might not have asked a crazy questions if anyone is using Alexa or Siri at home, right? Speakers. Just try asking something like, "Hey Siri, are you spying on me?" Or if you ask, uh, "Do you want to dance with me?" Something of the sort. You try asking.
Yeah, when I ask to tell us a joke, it does. Yeah, or
No,
play a
look,
song.
see,
Yeah.
joke is something, it is there available on the internet or it's there on this thing. So if you ask that, you keep a Siri always on or Alexa speaker always on, and you just go and ask, are you spying on me? Are you recording my conversation? Something. You just ask it and try see what it says.
I don't have access.
Sorry?
Don't have access, it will say, sir. Means whatever it don't know, it will say, I don't know only, na.
No,
Sir, that it will say, na, sir.
no, I use Alexa at my home. So it gives you a very, very good answer. You'll have to start laughing when it says.
No, I'm not spying, it will say, sir. How it will spy, sir?
No, it'll say like when you say, "Are you spying on me?" It says, "No, I am not designed to spy you. I am just staying at your home as an electronic device. So whatever you ask, I'll give you the answer, but I cannot spy you or record you."
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, but my question is something different. See, when you're trying to, if you have a phone on your hand, you can try now also. If you try something, "Hey Siri" or "Hi Google," and you start saying something, right? Navigate me to some place or you something, right? It will write that on that. Whatever it understands, it writes in a text actually. And you'll be able to see the text on your screen. Correct? But in Alexa speaker, you don't have a screen, right? But Alexa missions with a screen, you will be able to see that on the screen. That's something different. But Alexa missions, Alexa speakers that doesn't have a screen, how do you think it is able to convert that into text actually? Okay, fine. If you have to use an Alexa speaker, right, you just have to install Alexa software in your phones actually. And if you go and search in your phone, right, obviously it stores all your history, all your search history on your mobile. It gets connected to that. And Alexa missions in India are at least are not having any memory internally, so they are completely dependent on internet. It doesn't have any memory, RAM or ROM. Okay, so you can go and search your search history of Alexa window on your system on your mobile where you have installed that. Okay, so coming back to we are done with almost types of bots, and this is at a very high level because chatbots is a very great topic. I try to cover basic things for you. So,
Sir, I have one question. Sorry to cut you.
yeah.
Basically, if you two things. One is when you want to start making a chatbot, how do you initially how do you start off? That is one thing. Secondly, for a particular domain, which chatbot would be the best match? How do you decide those kind of things? Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's what we are coming to. Actually, there is a FAQ section in my presentation, so I was able to present those things there. But see, for any chatbot to build, right, first you have to define or decide which kind of chatbot you are trying to look at in a real world. For example, the bank's chatbot will be of different type and different need or requirement, and uh, a shopping site like Amazon or Flipkart will have a different requirement, and what do you call your red bus or your any travel access IRCTC app will have a different requirement. So based on that, see they for any of these chatbots to work right, you need to have a the back end is your NLP or LLM, large language model. So what we do is we build a front end based in Java or J2E something. We build it a front end, and then we connect that conversations to your existing language models that are provided by either Google or Amazon or any particular third-party provider. Even for example, there are some projects that goes through in that are happening in generative AI space or something like there will be a front end for a customer, and that front end is built by the developer in a particular language, either in whatever front end language you want, like Java or in .NET or whatever Spring Stack, whatever you want to use it, and then bring it, and then the backend, right? Once you submit a button, it goes to a this particular either Copilot or to any of your Chat GPT or to your Google search at a backend. We connect that API services. We take this as a text and send that in an API call to your corresponding chats at a backend. And whatever is the response that comes out, right, that will be captured in a Java object, or if you're writing it in a Java object, or in a, if you're writing it in a what do you call your any language, that corresponding language message folder, JSON messages or any type of message that will come back to you and display as a plain text in the front end. Hope this answers your question. First question.
Yeah, but that is two overheads, right? One, you have to get the question across the server. That is one overhead. Secondly, the LLM itself takes time to answer. So then the answer has to be conveyed back to your client site or whatever it is. So that is a lot of overhead, isn't it?
No. Which LLM as of now you have is taking time. And for example, see, I'm showing the Copilot actually, which we regularly use for basic things. So if I say just hi, right, it just says hi, it doesn't say anything. See, I just said hi. Correct? How much time it took? Even if I ask it to prepare, ah, See,
Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty quick.
there is no, see, actually you are trying to do it on a front end of a copilot. Actually, what we do is in the real world, right? What we do is we call the API endpoint that is given as an access point to us in the front end, because all these companies, right, big companies who are performing on performing this mm, this generative AI or any of such projects, right? What they do is we'll have a strategic tie-up with the Microsoft or something. They will provide you the large language models direct API connection with a load-based intentions to the particular users or particular companies. So
Would that be paid or free?
you have both.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Whatever you're using, you pay. Whatever you're using is a free, actually.
Hi, sir. Can
Here,
you able to hear me, sir?
but generally the companies will have a paid versions. The GUI and all will be different for that, actually.
Hello.
Okay, so in the interest of time, we'll move forward. Um, So benefits of using chatbots is reducing wait times because, for example, if you need just an account number or password reset, right? You don't have, earlier we have to call the help desk and we have to wait in the queue and they have to answer. They'll say wait for some time, sir, we'll reset and all. Now it's all not that thing, right? You just have to give your account number, authenticate, and you're able to get the password reset and you're able to log in. That's a classic example of this thing. There are many examples which I can quote. In the interest of time, just let's move on, actually. Okay, so similarly, like if you're, I'll come to you, Ali. Yeah, these are there in the FAQ section. I'll come to you, actually. Boost the visitor engagement is like earlier it was like you just have to keep phone and waiting. But now these chatbots, right? They make you interactive and they give you offers in between or something like that. So visitor engagement is what is being maintained. In fact, in a couple of Japanese banks, right? When you enter itself, you have a robot that comes in and asks you what you are looking for, actually. So before even human gets into a picture, that gets into, and if it is not able to handle, then only it goes to a help desk person or front end. It asks you to go there, actually. So it is a visitor engagement when the actual person is bit busy in attending others or somehow reason, actually. Increased brand reputation is basically for the CA based chatbots they use for cancellation and for example, even now if you go to Amazon and you ordered something and you're trying to cancel, it gives you a menu based bot and it asks you to cancel. If you see before corona, right, earlier it was not the case. If you want to cancel the order and you want to get money refund, you just have to go call them and they'll call you, actually. You raise a call back and they'll call you and they'll set that back. So now it's all becoming automated, so it makes things easier for everyone to understand. That's why this is the basic advantages of these things. Benefits: respond faster to customer, guidance for you. Okay, fine. So limitations of chatbots as of now is like lack of practical AI, unawareness of context, and no communication with business systems, platform dependent operations, unnecessary multitasking and regulations, protecting data, and lack of extensive connectivity. So all these things we have already discussed at a high level. So I will tell you a simple answer for this thing. I hope everyone might have seen Rajnikant's Robo movie. Correct? Correct me if someone has not seen, but definitely people might have watched it, is what I believe. So,
Yes, sir.
so see, for all these things, right? You have to understand something like before that robot goes for a AIRD evaluation, it doesn't have a feelings. It doesn't have any kind of human interactions, or it doesn't feel. It doesn't see what others are feeling. So it happens to cut some person's hand, or it tries to kill the people. It tries to do all these things. So after the human interactions or something, what he does, whatever he does is something cinematic, but actually it doesn't happen that way. So when we say lack of practical AI, right, uh, large language models needs lots and lots, trillions and trillions of petabytes of data for understanding all the human emotions, because every human is independent or unique. Everyone thinks in a different manner. So it cannot understand all those models, because the model behind it has been trained with some set of data, with some set of emotions, and only that it can answer. And still the concern here is, for example, if US people has trained the data, their culture is different, their business is different, and their working nature is different. So the data that they have fed in and the large language model is being developed upon is going to give you more and more interactions from the use point of view. It doesn't give you something from where it is being used. For example, if you are using it in India, right, it doesn't answer to your questions properly. The same way, that's a lack of practical AI. That's because you don't have corresponding data to train it across the world. And this co-pilot and if you see recently, right, Android has mandated it, like Gemini, Google Gemini. Google Gemini is being installed automatically on your all phones, and it's asking you to use that. How many of you notice that Gemini is installed on your machines, on your phones? At least everyone should have noticed it, actually. So that is to make sure, because that's they are trying to do a trial run on all of us, because in the lab environment they are not able to get that huge amount of data. And if you are giving it free of cost to everyone, right, everyone tries to use it in whatever crazy way they want to use it, and all the data that is being fed into it is an input to a large language model for training it, actually. Okay, so all these points like lack of AI, unawareness of context. For example, if you are talking something and you directly switch the context, right, it will not be able to switch the context. It will always try to correlate it with the old conversation what you are trying to have. That is because it's not human. It doesn't have a feelings, actually. So no communication with the business systems. This is being strictly restricted as of now, because no government has given permission to do that. Because if this is given, right, all your data will be exposed, and there are no security and strict stringent rules that are being imposed or in place. And even US government did not approve for any bots to go and communicate with the business systems. Actually, it can only get from OLAP systems, OLTP systems, not from OLAP systems. Sorry, I went into something on data warehousing, uh, but in fact that is the case, actually. Just to give, OLTP is online transactional processing, and OLAP is online analytical processing systems, actually. Platform dependent operations, as I said earlier, like banking system bots are different than your telecom system bots, or then your reservation system bots, or each application is different. So they are not, as of now, having that artificial intelligence to build up everything in a single system. That's why unnecessary multitasking is something like if you ask it 4 or 5 questions, right, it tries to use entire thing. And this actually is not sustainable solution for a globe as of now. So how many of you are aware that chat GPT and all these models are being rejected by many countries because they consume lot of your natural resources? Sustainability is a very big question when these bots are coming into the picture, actually.
Yes.
You guys ever heard of that news? Okay, fine. And then platform dependent operations may be defined for specific platforms, and yes, unnecessary multitasking, handle multiple tasks, and delays and regulations and protecting data is a major concern because if you run on any chatbot or anything, right? Generally, what it does is, can you get me a complete details about chatbots? See, it generates the data and at end the right, it keeps one phrase saying it is not coming here, but in yeah, but in the what do you call enterprise versions of these chatbots, right? What it throws is at the end it throws a note saying this data is generated using a large language so and so NLP or so and so LLP, and this is not authentic. Please validate it against uh, all the errors. So where chatbots can provide significant benefits of chatbots is like in customer service, sales and marketing, HR recruitment, it will be more beneficial. And complex inquiries, privacy and security and brand imaging, it is all very difficult where they have a limitations because they don't know what to do when a certain set of questions or security or legal questions raised on that thing. If you have some legal questions on particular things, it will not be able to answer. So it gets confused and gives an incorrect answer, which damages your brand image. So that's not expected actually. So coming to the FAQ section, how does the chatbots handle ambiguous or incomplete user inputs? Like there are many ways it handles. Like you sees the NLP is the first thing. It goes in a if else loop, and this applies only for a particular AI chatbots where it is having access to the NLPs and intent identification, contextual information, and clarifying prompts and probabilistic outputs kind of thing. So this is where you have there are many processes where it has to undergo when it is not able to give you a correct answer, and finally it tries to give you something which is relevant. These are strategies helping chatbots navigate and try to find out the best answer as human it tries to do, but as of now it's not very clear on that. So the second question is like, what is the role of sentiment analysis in chatbot design and how does it enhance the user experience? Sentiment analysis is nothing but training the bot at the back end. Actually, visual and chatbot design enable bot to understand response to mentions one tone of user inputs. Here is how it does. Like it tries starting with understanding emotions, improving customer support, and personalized interactions, feedbacks, and insights. It sometimes asks you, did I answer you properly or something like that. Enhanced engagement is something like it will be trained again and again on the same certain set of data actually. So overall sentiment analysis adds to the emotional intelligence layer to the chatbots, making them more respective and effective in the meeting user needs actually. So which is very difficult as of now, but as I said, this is not cinematic, right? So almost this is maybe in the next couple of years we are expecting this to happen because this as I said augmented AI, which is the next level, right? When I type a question on this thing, it doesn't give me the answer directly. that augmented AI model, what it does is it will ask you why you need a chatbot data, what for you need a chatbot data, can you give me more specific comprehensions like this thing. It starts using, it start questioning you to fine tune the question, and it will give you the exact reason, exact answer actually. So that's what is a feedback, and next level next generations of AIs are trying to do it actually. So Kali, you had one question. Let me answer and let me switch on to the other.
Yeah.
Scalability in high demand scenarios is like see, this is a sustainability question actually. What happens, I'll tell you on this thing. See, the large language model high demand scenarios are see, if you are using a, if you are using a, what do you call, public free chatbots, right, of either Copilot or anything, you have an answer restrictions that comes out. But this question basically relates to something which the enterprise models are being related to. And when enterprise models are being related, right, what happens is the enterprise models will have a different set of data that has been trained for LLMs. And when high demand scenario comes, right, uh, if even here, if I'm seeing here, right, if I type anything, it was displaying a message. If you see here, right, this resource is being used for something, your voice quality might have gone wrong, check it. So that's one scenario. It tries to uh, prioritize the existing resources in a way it wants to utilize based on the priority that is given to the place where the question is originating. For example, if there are two organizations that are using your same enterprise model, and one is given a high priority and another is given a second priority, right, then the high priority questions will be taken up first and meets the demand, and the second priority will be taken up. And it doesn't take much time as of now, because it's not that difficult to and high scenarios basically are something like we can actually feed 89 or 89,000 pages of data to a large language model that we use in our organization, and it just takes fraction of seconds. 18,000 pages document with images and everything, right? It takes maybe a 1 millisecond or something to read through and give you answering, and get the entire answer for that actually. So this, and in case if you still need, right, what they'll ask is the current subscription you have taken or enterprise model that they have given is not sufficient to answer your bandwidth. So try to increase the bandwidth actually. No, is chatbot transparent means that we provided data is chatbot safe and secure. Uh, I am not clear on this question. Is chatbot transparent means that we
Sir,
provide.
can I ask? Means, is it transparent? I mean to say that that we give the data in any application, we give the data to that. If any query we ask, means it asks the details of us, na, sir. We give that data. Is it safe or safe and secure? I'm asking that.
Until unless it's a until unless it's a secure. See, if you have secure SSL connection, right? Generally, we use 128-bit SSL encryption, which is vulnerable to your hackers, which they can hack. But the data, the secure line on which you are communicating is the first question, how your API is connected to you. And the second thing is uh, the net where you are using. Is it a public net or it's a private net you are using, and how secure is that net is the second thing. And except this AI-based chatbots, right? As I explained, none of the chatbots store the data as of now. They are all session dependent. If I close the session and reopen, right, it doesn't retain what is your data. So it's only as of the packet is there in the pipeline or a queue, it's going to get visible to someone if someone is able to crack the 128-bit encryption, or else it is not possible.
Yes, sir. Thank
Sir,
you.
what type of security mechanisms exist, sir? Even though the data is in the pipeline?
That all depends, right? See, it all depends on customer needs. Like few people will ask, the info, few questions might be directly going to a mainframe, or see, I hope you are understanding that Unix systems are more vulnerable to hacking, but mainframes cannot be hacked that easily. So, like that, how much? See, Google maintains the highest level of security, and all these things maintains the highest level of security to their large language models, because their model should not be corrupted for any reason. And uh, from our local mission till it reaches their API endpoint is what we have to maintain a security. That's our concern. How we set up our firewall rules and other things. It's not the LLMs or this model's responsibility actually.
So now
Sir, I
what
have a
people
question.
say is,
Yeah.
sir,
Okay,
can I?
I'll have to keep you time reminded because it's my 7:30 is what I've been told. I can extend for 10-15 minutes, and we have two more topics to cover.
Okay, just one quick question, sir. Now the frustration is sometimes these banks, they take up chatbots which are probably rule based. We ask some question, and they are not following what we are asking. So our frustration is, at least if I talk to a person, he's able to understand what I'm specifically looking for. These
Correct.
chatbots, they give, take you into loops that don't end up anywhere. So this transition phase of having these rule-based and other chatbots rather than AI or ML-based chatbots, that is causing a lot of frustration, isn't it?
Francis, that all depends on your budget, right? That all depends on your budget and your legal and compliance issues that you are adhering to your government laws. Uh, I understand it's frustrating many times. And see, we are in the starting stage. For example, if I remember in 2002 or 2003 is when the first cell phone was launched. And it used to be this big. And like, as in when the time passed, right? And that in that time, only one network was there, Hutchinson, sir. And later on, this ATAL and all came into picture. But most of the times, right, you will get frustrated because you call from mobile, right? You will get money directed, but the call will not get connected. So that's the starting phase. We are in the starting phase of implementing these things. See, all these chatbots and all started coming into picture only from last 4 or 5 years. And we have gone so far ahead from earlier first generation chatbots to the current generation chatbots. So it takes a time, and it takes a lot of effort and uh, data to train these chatbots to get into that position. But where you are using and which application you are using is also based on that thing. See, based on the applications, rule-based chatbots, or maybe your menu-based chatbots are being designed as of now, because they have that much money only they can do. They cannot spend more on their business. That's why.
Got it, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, who is the timekeeper actually on this topics? I am having only 5 minutes. Can I extend more, or the next lecture will be there? So I have to stop it here.
Sai Krishna, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, Sai Krishna sir, are you there? I'm asking Sai Krishna sir, sir. He's...
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, may I know, is there any innovations of like AI GPT architecture will be there?
Innovations of?
Open AIs or GPT architectures?
I didn't get you. Innovations means?
Is there any something new in the generative AI like ChatGPT and Meta AI will be there?
Yeah, obviously. Say maybe I'll walk through because and one thing I have to tell you is whatever you're seeing on the screen, right? Uh, this is completely generated via chatbot. This is completely generated by an enterprise chatbot, and I just have to go through and what do you call, organize, correct, and format it. Actually, I've just given the theme and I've given the details of it, and I fed a document which I prepared for with my content, and it has placed it in place and it has given me the PPT. So that advanced is what is our current versions of GPTs are having. Actually, we basically use something which is an enterprise, which is not available here. So I had to prepare it on my mission and organization mission and get it back onto this. And that's what was the delay initial 5-10 minutes. Sorry guys, extremely sorry for that. And because this was around 20 MB of data I was passing through, it has to go through the organization scrutiny what I have prepared. Okay, fine. Maybe I'll take 5 minutes of time to run through the DALI. See, DALI is mostly a obsolete product, I would say, because this was very famous in a time where DALI was being used when other models were not able to generate images. This DALI was the one able to generate the image properly. Not properly to a certain extent, actually. So DALI became famous that time, but as of now, no one uses this DALI. To my knowledge, at least, we are not using it. So coming to what DALI 2 is, see, that was a DALI 1 and DALI 2. So if you use a DALI 1 and ask it, prepare a horse with a man, right? It used to prepare like this thing. And now DALI 2 is in place, and this is how it generates image. Discovers the link between visuals and the languages and describes them. It employs the technique diffusion, which begins with a pattern for random dots and gradually changes the patterns to resemble picture. And the resolution of images produced by DALI 2 is 4 cross better than the previous versions. That's what. This is the basic difference between DALI and DALI 1 and DALI 2, like could render AI generated or cartoonish fashion, frequent against the simple backgrounds, but DALI in paints intellectually replaces specific areas in image. But DALI 2, right, can produce a realistic images which shows how superior it brings ideas of DALI and larger and more detailed images it can prepare actually. So DALI 1 was basically not able to generate any kind of HD images, but DALI 2 is now able to generate. And let me tell you, this DALI 2 is also using a ChatGPT model in the backend. This is using ChatGPT 4. Earlier DALI 1 was using ChatGPT 1 actually. So whatever output you get out of ChatGPT 1 is what you have seen, and DALI 2 is how now you are seeing. So how it works actually, you put a corgi playing a frame throwing the trumpet. So it's a text decoder. It gets into your large language model machine. This is a security firewall, and then it gets into your large language model. It processes through and it generates the image, and it comes out as an image displaying to you. It's the same thing across everywhere. It's not only ChatGPT or DALI, or it is not for anything. And one limitation for DALI is like it can only generate images. It cannot give you any text outputs. Actually, because DALI is only a text to image LLM. It uses in the background. Quickly produce high quality evocating images from simple descriptive prompts and most significant design process. This is known, and personas, these things are like DALI personas can be created in a great DALI to greatly aid in visualizing the project's primarily intended user. For example, it's a client wants to sell fashion to a specific demographic, designer can quickly iterate on how that can consumer might present themselves actually. So it will give you an artistic view of this thing, because that large language model it uses is a basically for generating images and using your this thing. Okay, and if you see the summary, right, the future holds a plethora of limitless opportunities for both creative and their clients. It's basically DALI is basically used in the creative field. Limitation: it can't generate a violent content, explicit images. For example, even if you feed your images, right? For example, if you ask it to generate, see Mahatma Gandhi photo is there in. Actual Mahatma Gandhi photos are there in the internet, right? Even if you ask it to generate Mahatma Gandhi photo, right? DALI cannot generate a Mahatma Gandhi photo because it's a person. It just gets the pixels from there and it just tries to generate something which is cartoonistic or which is imaginary. Can do scenes that with generic backgrounds and cities and but even if that's not the main focus of the image, then the final details tend to get pre-scrambled. For example, if you ask something to get generated, right, only the front end will be given. The back end will be having a position of problem. Actually, the position of objects related to which another limitation is other objects is also not good. Means the image that is generating, right, it will not be relative. If you say something, you have to keep fine tuning the DALI. That's why people doesn't use the DALI actually. Can't count the number of objects if they are main focus. Maximum it can handle 2 to 3 objects. That's it. There is a limitation on that. And another thing is can't write the correct spellings in the image. If you ask, for example, if you ask a DALI to write Shivlok, generate a Shivlok with your background as a universe or something, right? DALI 2 cannot generate Shivlok word. It cannot generate a word with image, but other can generate actually. See, a DALI limitation is DALI 2 can't draw realistic human faces. Something of this sort will generate actually. Okay. Okay, so anything else on DALI you want to understand? Yeah, technical challenges and high quality contextual images is generating high quality involves several technical challenges like coherent image generation and controlling image quality, handling ambiguity, bias in data sets, ethical copies issues, details and precisions actually. So how does DALI handle abstract or high quality prompts derived from the conventional imagery? So it cannot handle basically. So it first performs the intersection of complex prompts and then creative senses and handling the ambiguity and integration with other tools and collaboration, real world applications. It tries to do all these things, but generally it doesn't get a proper output as of now. If anyone of you using DALI, try using that. These images were generated on my system yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay, so the OpenAI is coming back to the third topic. Sorry, in the interest of time, I'm just running. I hope at least shortcuts was clear. If you have any questions, maybe the remaining time. If you want to use it for chatbot, I'm happy. If you want to use it only for going through these things, I can run you through these topics actually. So you see this thing actually. OpenAI, this is how I gave the context actually. Title, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, and I've given the context, everything to that. chatbot, enterprise chatbot, and asked me to, and I asked to give it in chatbot PPT kind of thing. It gave me all that content, and that was very huge. For these things also, I have a PPT, but I cannot share because they have been caught by my organization saying you cannot send this big data and this huge amount of data to your personal Gmail. So, Sai sir, I hope you are the timekeeper. Is the other lecturer waiting, or we can continue for 5 more minutes, or how you want to go ahead? Understand?
Yes,
Sai
sir.
sir,
He was already joined.
sorry.
He was joined, sir, already.
Oh, he already joined. Okay, fine. Then I think.
Okay, sir. Wait a minute, sir. So on behalf of everyone here, I would like to extend the gratitude to Mr. Shivalok Prasad for taking the time to share his expertise and insights with us today. We also deeply appreciate your graciousness and willingness to impart your knowledge. Once again, thank you for your valuable time and insights. We hope to have the pleasure of learning from you again in the future. Wishing you continued success in all your endeavors, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm very sorry I did not keep a watch
No,
of
no,
time,
no, sir.
and I was not able to give a intended
Sir, 1 minute, sir. All of you on your video, we can take one snap from the two resource person.
Dear participant, please everyone on your videos.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So, hope I can drop.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Swati ma'am.
Yes,
Carry on
sir.
next.
Okay, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Tripuramallu Giridhar as our guest speaker today with over 15 years of IT experience, including 8 years in project management, test leading. Mr. Giridhar's expertise spans software testing, testing strategies, test automation, and tools like Selenium, Cucumber, JVM, SOAP, UI, and Zira. We are privileged to have him share his insights with us today. Please join me in welcoming Tripuramallu Giridhar. Sir, it's over to you. Giridhar, sir.
Yeah, good evening all. Am I audible and my screen is visible? Can you confirm someone?
Yes, sir. You are audible and your screen is visible.
Okay, that's great. Hi all, good evening. As introduced, I have overall 20 years of experience. Most of the experience I have worked as test lead and developing the QS solutions and automation solutions. Currently, I'm working in one of the uh, world's largest bank, which introduced internet banking at the earliest stages of 2007 or 2008. So at that time, we don't have this all Android mobile apps, websites, everything. So we have started journey with websites. Currently, now everybody right, we are using banking applications, WhatsApp, Instagram, everything through mobile applications. So I have been worked on all those projects luckily, and currently we are working through AI and OpenAI and the chatbots. Some of the advanced applications also we have started implementing. We are in very early stages, and in developing or using all these apps. So whatever I have knowledge, I will try to share with you. I have prepared a PPT with some of the details. You guys can try to understand whatever I am sharing. If you have any questions at the end, we'll try to have a Q&A session if time permits. Okay. Uh, if you guys don't have anything, let's start. So overall, if we start with artificial intelligence, we'll start with the basic high-level understanding what is AI. So as you know, artificial intelligence means it's overall like human intelligence only, but we'll be developing with more features, so which will help us in understanding or getting the things done. So as per definition, we can say like it enables the computers to perform a variety of advanced functions, including including ability to see, understand, and translate spoken and written language. It will help in analyze data, make recommendations also, and many more. So, what are the purposes? Okay, so even though we are not observing, we are being habituated with many of these AI utilities. For example, whenever we are using Google Maps or WhatsApp or Facebook, all these features are being introduced and we are using. For example, if you are using Google Maps to travel or to find out the distance from one location to another location, so there are some inbuilt features, something like, for example, you are starting to your college from your home or hostel. If you are starting at morning 8:30, it will show as you will reach destination in 15 or 20 minutes. So if you want to predict, like if you want to travel afternoon 2 p.m., now Google Maps has that feature, so you can select the targeted time and you can see how much time it will take. If you are traveling at 2 o'clock, if you are traveling night at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., that traveling change will automatically uh, change, depends upon the traffic involved. How time is being changed, how it will be calculated means it already implemented so many AI solutions to it. So it has developed some of the applications and it's being used. Okay, that's the thing, one of the example. Let's proceed. So as I mentioned, one is like Google Maps. So it will make it is AI makes possible for missions to learn from experience, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. Most AI examples that you hear about today, from chess playing computers to self-driving cars, rely heavily on deep learning and natural language processing. Okay, you all might have used this chess game in your mobiles or laptop. So whenever you want to play, one opponent will be playing game with you. Whenever you take one step, another step will be taken by opposite person. That is not person, it is a mission which is being developed based on AI algorithms and all these latest technologies. Okay, so overall, and another thing related to AI is one of the application which we are using too often is chatbot. So you might have already observed this chatbot feature in many websites or applications. So it's like instead of human beings involvement or help, system will only help you in resolving some of the matters. So, for example, as per definition, it is a piece of software or application that interacts with the human through written language. It is often embedded in web pages or other digital applications to answer customer inquiries without need for human agents, thus providing affordable, effortless customer service. Okay. Next, key components of AI. Artificial intelligence, what are the important components? These all are like key components, important things. Machine learning, deep learning, neural network, NLP, computer vision, and cognitive compounding. Okay, we'll discuss about these things in detail in coming slides. So, what are the key concepts? Before concepts, These are like key concepts. It's a typo error, you can ignore that. So what are the key concepts? So these are the important key concepts. One is machine learning. So it is an AI application that automatically learns and improves from previous sets of experience without the requirement for explicit program. Okay. For example, at the starting of the session, I have explained, right, when you are starting to college, if you want to see the your travel time, it will show as 20 minutes. If you want to travel at evening 5:30 or 6:30, travel time will automatically show as 25 minutes or 30 minutes. It will show 10 or 15 minutes more. Why? Because automatically that time more people will be traveling on the road because of the traffic. The travel duration has been increased. It is predicted based on machine learning. Okay. And next thing is deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that learns by processing data with the help of artificial neural networks. Neural networks are computer systems that are loosely modeled on neural connections in human brain and enable deep learning. Like we have neurals in our body, right? In the same manner, in the same network manner, these neural networks have been developed. Next, coming to cognitive computing aims to recreate the human thought process in computer model. So whatever we are thinking, so how we are thinking, if any problem arises, what is the solutions? We might have options 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. In the same manner, we will train the computer also. It is called as, you can consider this one as cognitive computing. Okay. So it's like it seeks to imitate and improve the interaction between humans and missions by understanding the human language and meaning of the images. So if you input any commands or any images, it will process it. So NLP is a tool that allows computers to comprehend, recognize, intercept, and produce human language speech. So whenever you are saying, "Hi Google, play YouTube," so like that, if you give a command to your mobile or your Android mobile or your Apple mobile, it will automatically process that, right? For example, now you can send out a text messages to any one of your contacts also using only voice command. How it is being recognized means with the help of NLP. Okay. Next, computer vision. It employs deep learning and pattern identification to interpret image content. Those are like graphs, tables, PDF pictures, and videos. For example, in Flipkart or Mintra, if you want any add any credit card while paying the amount, so you did not require to enter your 16 digits credit card number. So when you open that app, you will have one option to click image. So if you put the credit card number instead of entering 16 digits, you can click the camera, and if you take a photo or picture of your credit card, automatically those 16 digits will be inputted into your app or website. You can try it out. I don't know anyone of you used this feature. If you try to update your latest version or download app in your mobile, you can use that. Many of the Flipkart, Amazon, shopping websites have inbuilt feature now. This feature. Okay, and coming to next part, what are the different types of AI? So we can divide these things into two parts. One is like AI type based on capabilities, and another one is based on functionalities. Okay, let's discuss or go through in detail about all these things in the further slides. Okay. So based on capability, we can divide AI into these things: narrow AI, general AI, and super AI. Narrow AI is a goal-oriented AI trained to perform specific tasks. Mission intelligence that we witness all around us today is a form of narrow AI. Examples are like Apple Siri and IBM's Watson supercomputer. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about this Watson supercomputer developed by IBM. It's very old application. Even before Google, OK Google or Apple Siri feature, they have developed a huge computer which will work based on our commands. Okay, so many of you know, right? This Apple mobile or Apple Mac will have this Siri feature. For example, if you want to open any browser or send out a WhatsApp message, you can give a voice command and it will automatically perform that action. If you have Android mobiles, currently Google has introduced Gemini AI. So if you switch on the auto update on your Play Store, you might have already, that Gemini might have already been installed to your mobile without knowing to you. So for example, if you want to call your friend, for example, if I want to call Siva, if you say, "Hey Google, please call Siva," means automatically Google Android software will open dialer and automatically dial in Siva number. For example, if Siva's contact has been saved in my mobile with two numbers. One is with work contact, one is with home contact. So at that time, it will ask to which mobile number you want me to call or dial in. For example, home or office. So if you say please dial Siva's home contact number, it will automatically dial in and it will connect to your friend instead of manually entering or dialing in this narrow eye. With the help of narrow eye applications, you can perform these actions. Okay, so narrow eye is also referred as weak eye, as operates within limited and predefined set of parameters, constraints, and contexts. For example, use cases such as Netflix recommendations, purchase suggestions on e-commerce sites, autonomous cars, and image recognition fall under narrow eye category. So these are some of the example. For example, for one of the example, if you are shopping in Amazon, if you want to buy, for example, mobile, any mobile, take it as like Redmi Note 15. If you type in Redmi Note 15 in Amazon search bar, so you will get latest versions or what are the mobiles available suitable with search. With that, you will find some other options also. Even though you search it for Redmi mobile, it will give some more models like Samsung or IQ or any other models. Why? Because it is automatically trying to promote their business. So it will give some recommendations. So these recommendations are based on this narrow area. And the same thing with Netflix or Amazon also. For example, you have watched any action movie, so automatically it will search from its library using algorithm, and it will suggest that you have watched this movie, so you might like this one, two, three also. You might have already observed these things in your Amazon or Netflix. Uh, and one of the best feature to understand more related to this is like add a friend in Facebook. For example, in Facebook, you have 10, for example, for example, you have already 10 friends being added in your list. If you added another one, once you added Siva to your list, it will showcase Siva has another three friends, one, two, three. They might be already known to you. Please add them also as friend. So this is also one of the additional example for this narrow AI. Okay. And next topic is general AI. It performs any intellectual task with human-like efficiency. Its objective is to design a system capable of thinking for itself, just like humans do. Currently, is still under research, and efforts are being made to develop missions that have enhanced cognitive capabilities. Okay. Uh, for this one, we can consider an example as self-drive cars. So from last 10 to 15 years, many companies like Google or Uber have invested crores of money, and they are trying to develop a application. Without the driver, we can utilize the cars or two-wheelers. So there are so many challenges to develop or utilize these applications. So it's in very early stages. Next one is Super AI. It's an AI version that surpasses human intelligence and can perform any task better than human. Capables of human mission with Super AI include thinking, reasoning, solving a puzzle, making judgments, learning and communicating on its own. Today, Super AI is a hypothetical concept but represents the future of AI. So it's like it's in early stages of development. So it might take some more time to utilize all the benefits of this super AI.
Is the voice is audible, sir?
Yep.
Your screen is not visible, sir.
Is it? Let me try.
Yes.
Let me try again. Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. Next, we can divide types of AI based on functionality also. So these are the functionality based division: reactive missions, limited memory missions, theory of mind, and self-aware AI. So self-aware AI is like super AI only. It deals with super intelligent missions with their consciousness and the sentiments, emotions, and beliefs. Such systems are expected to be smarter than human mind and may outperform us in assigned tasks. Self-aware AI is still a distant reality, but efforts are being made in this direction. Same thing. It's like in very early stages, and it's not has been introduced with all the features. Next one is theory of mind. A theory of mind refers to type of AI that can understand human emotions and beliefs and socially interact like humans. This AI type has not been developed, but it is contention for the future. So, for example, we have already seen Rajnikant's movie, right? Robo and Robo 2. And those kind of movies are based on this concept. Something like if a hero or heroine is not feeling good, they will play some music or dance, right? So, like that, it is developed based on this concept. Next, limited memory missions. Limited memory missions can store and use past experience or data for short period of time. For example, a self-driving car can store the speeds of vehicle in its vicinity, their respective distances, speed limits, and other relevant information for it to navigate through the traffic. So, as we discussed earlier, also, it's like depending upon the memory, it might not perform well. So it is also one of the challenge, and it's being in development. Next, reactive missions. Reactive missions are basic AI types that don't store past experiences or memories for the future actions. Such systems zero in current scenarios and react to them based on best possible action. Popular examples of reactive missions include IBM's Deep Blue system and Google's AlphaGo. So it's like it's not like it will have any memory. It will not store any of the previous actions. For example, if you have given task, if you ask the computer to perform 1, 2, 3, it will perform. That's it. After some time, if you ask to perform the previous action, it will not be able to perform because it doesn't have any memory to store or recollect any memory. Okay. Next topic. So next topic is chatbot. So as we covered earlier in the PPT, it is an application or website. Instead of humans, computers or chatbots will help you in solving some of the problems. Okay, it's like you can consider as digital assistants without break or interference, 24/7. We can utilize them, but they will not at par with the employees like humans. they might have already defined 120 to 150 questions. So if you ask any of the question which is already being inbuilt, it will respond. If not, it will convey something like, we have noted your query, we'll check with supervisor or manager and we'll get back to you. Something like that, you will get the response. If the query is not inbuilt or developed in that list. Okay. You might have observed all these chatbots in uh, Mintra or Amazon. So if you have any query, even for example, you can take Zomato help. You have ordered any item from Zomato, it will say like in 20 minutes you will reach. If in 20 minutes, if it is delayed, it will give you a pop-up. You want to contact our customer care service or not. So when you click that, so you are getting responses from a chatbot, not from human, because it's highly typical to track crores of orders in minutes. So that's why they have developed some of the features, uh, and we are being used. Okay. Next. So what is meant by chatbot? It is a piece of software that interacts with humans through written language. It is often embedded in web pages or other digital applications to answer customer inquiries without the need of human agents, thus providing affordable, effortless customer service. So in which industries we can use them? So like banks, insurance companies, media companies, e-commerce companies, airlines, hotel chains, retailers, healthcare providers, government entities, restaurant chains. So all these industries and companies can get the benefit from chatbots. So, like we discussed earlier, couple of minutes ago, why we have to use chatbots and what are the benefits. First thing is faster replies, because it's a mission, not human. So it has already predefined queries and answers. So automatically, it will help you to give the response in a quick time. For example, if I give 100 pages of material to you, and I want you to read out the 10 lines in page number 90. So it will take us like 10 to 15 seconds to go to that page and read out the content. But for this chatbots, it will be able to perform in milliseconds, because it's already stored in that memory. It will search and give you the reply very quickly. Next, it's like 24 by 7. We can utilize them. Like humans, we need breaks, and we might get deviated with many other things like our WhatsApp, Facebook, everything. So without all these deviations, chatbots can work without any interruptions, uninterrupted. Okay. Next, better user experience. It's like So we have different types of chatbots. If they are being developed using UI, you will get faster responses and 40% of the more results. So this one already I have covered. So like Zomato order, you have placed an order. How much time it will be delivered? So you will be able to see one pop up and some driver kind of image with bike on your Zomato app, that driver is traveling. It is a perception or presentation to understand the delivery time period. So it's being carried over by chatbot. Okay. So these are some of the examples. And coming to market research also, they will help. Whenever you order any food from Zomato, or you order any item from Amazon, so once order is being delivered, you will get a pop-up on your website. If you are using laptop, if you are using mobile, in your Android mobile or Apple mobile, you will get a pop-up how you want to rate our delivery partners experience and our app's website. So instead of inputting the words, they will make us to use some star rating. It will be very much useful and easy for them to capture and come to one conclusion high level. Okay. Next, so for example, if you want to develop a chatbot, how to develop? So these are some of the important things you have to consider. So while developing the chatbot, first of all, you have to make a note of goals and objectives. So why are you developing this chatbot? What are the purposes? Next, depends upon budget. In many cases, we have to make sure how much budget is available. Depends upon that only we can utilize the technology, because many of the applications are open technology only. So you can go and download from websites and you can utilize, but some of them are premium based. You have to pay some huge amount to databases or services. For example, if you want to utilize AWS services from Amazon, they will charge in lakhs. So depends upon your purpose and budget. We have to finalize which platform to use and which technology to use, and we have to design the conversational flows and user interface. How you want that app to look like. So that is also one of the important topic before developing the chatbot. Train your chatbot using data sets. So you should have some test data sets so that we can train or retrain the chatbot to give outputs. And this is one of the important point: test, evaluate, and iterate. So before deploying into production or giving into the customers, you have to make sure whether it's properly working or not. If not, we might get bad feedback and we might lose customers in the futures depending upon the business. For example, if you want to uh, book a ticket through book my show assistant app. So if you ping, you please book me the tickets at 9 p.m. show, it should respond in 10 to 20 seconds. It should not respond like after 10 minutes. So you will feel bored and you will leave the website and you will try to utilize another app. So that's why we have to check the response time also. Then only it will be useful for the customers. So these are the in detail steps. So whatever we discussed in previous slide. So these are like in detail steps one by one. So we have to plan. So for example, which application you are developing, whether you are developing it for students or employees. For example, you want to develop a app like Naukri or Times Jobs. So you have to input or collect all the details. So depends upon your customer base, you have to finalize all these details. Okay. So what the chatbot will do and how it will meet your customers' expectations. And you have to choose a platform. Uh, we have so many options like this Dialogflow, Microsoft Bot Framework, and Rasa. Okay. And we have to design the conversation like as I told you. So if you ping and check about any order anything in HDFC Bank or Zomato, they might have already predefined like 100 to 120 queries. So we have to design that conversation. Okay. Train the chatbot. We have, once you develop the chartboard, you have to train, you have to input different types of queries, different types of data sets. Then only it will be useful for the customer. Because if you develop and without being training and retraining, that bot is useful because it should go through all the scenarios. For example, if you say please go to uh, uh, room number 1 in floor number 1, that's it. It will go and stop there. If you say go to floor 2 and go to room number 1 in floor 2, it will not go. It will not go and reach the destination. Why? Because it has been defined only one path. So if In your building, you have 20 rooms. You have to develop 20 options to reach the destination. So, for example, you have 5 floors of building in your college. Every floor has 4 rooms, considered as 4 rooms. For example, so 5 floors, 20. So, in your building, in total, you have 20 rooms. All the rooms might not have numbers, right? Some rooms might be named as principal's room, library, gaming room, something like this. So you have to define all these things. For example, you have to define room number 1, room number 2, room number 3, like this. And you have to additionally add all these other room names, laboratory, right, principal room, library room, like this. You have to define the destinations, then only it will reach the goal or room. Okay, so that is like training that will come in the training part. And same thing with testing. You have to test, so whether it is reaching the destination correctly or not. And you have to integrate other systems also. If any tracking apps are there, so you have to inbuild link those applications and personalize. So you have to make sure customer should not be pissed off because of your design. So whenever, if you say, it will ask after 4 questions. If you see any chatbot, it will ask, are you happy, or you want me to connect to the customer care service? So in that way, depends upon your requirement, you have to personalize. If not, customer will not be satisfied and he will leave your app or your website. Okay. Next, launch. And it's like you have to plan for the launch of the application, and you have to monitor the activity. So you have to make sure whether it's properly functioning or not, whether it's able to meet the expectations or not. For example, you have developed a chatbot which will help to resolve the customers count of 100. For example, at the same time, 120 or 150 customers are trying to get the resolutions or answers to their queries. What will happen to your application? It might crash, it might not work, it might not behave the way you developed. For example, you take an example of Book My Show app. So couple of years ago, Book My Show has literally, like, per minute or per second have 10,000 to 30,000, 20,000 booking in 1 minute or 2 minutes. But couple of years ago, because of Bahubali release, their app and website didn't work or crashed for more than 3 or 4 days. Why? Because previously people used to book 100 or 200 tickets in per second, but because of huge release, more than 20,000 or 30,000 people all over the India trying to book the tickets, that application is not able to respond. It crashed. So what they did was they reintroduced with huge memory and huge options. Because, for example, you want to book a ticket, if it is taking 2 or 3 minutes, it will, the customer will not be happy. He will try to go with another app. For cinema tickets, movie tickets, train tickets, bus tickets, that is not the only option, right? For example, if you want to book tickets, bus tickets, you have so many options: Abibus, Redbus, Paytm, so Amazon. So like that, you have many options to book train tickets. So you opened Abibus, you want to book a ticket from one location to another location. If it is, the app is not working quickly, so you will leave that app and you will go to another app. So that's why you have to consider all these things while developing the app. Then only it will be successful and it will meet your customers' expectations. Okay, coming to the latest chatbots. How many of you heard about this Google Gemini? As I mentioned, from last 4 or 5 slides, I'm mentioning about Gemini, right? So, how many have observed this one in your mobile? Okay, if not, you can try to try to update your Google Android version or your app and try to utilize it. It is like it is one of the application or chatbot being developed by Gemini. It will help in performing the actions in your mobile. For example, if you have smart TV in your home and Google home application in your office or room, so if you say play Telugu songs means it will automatically play. How it's responding means because of this chatbot which is being installed in your mobile and your Wi-Fi network in that application. Okay, and next thing is this Copilot. This is like very recent development, uh, developed application by Microsoft. So it will help you in help getting the things done. For example, you want to know the latest news, like the way you send out a text or send out a message in WhatsApp. If you say please give me latest Hyderabad news means it will pull up the information from various websites and give you the information. So Zapier Central, it's a chatbot. It will help in understand developing AI assistant type of apps. Okay, and these are some of the more examples: fresh chat, crisp chatbot. So depending upon your purpose and your requirement, you can use these things. So this chat GPT, you might have already heard, right? Recently in many things we are hearing about this chat GPT. So it will help in developing the programs or performing many actions. So for example, you want to develop a program. So previously, we have to use Java or Python, and we have to employ 3 or 4 people to develop a program. So it's a huge process, but because of this Chat GPT, you can develop a program in minutes without the human interaction. Okay, you might have already seen the newses that in many Telugu websites or Telugu newspapers, they are uh, publishing that in another 10 years nearly 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs of the software developers jobs will go away or banking jobs will go away. So because of all this type of chatbots development, it might go away. Why? Because, for example, you want to uh, update your address. For example, you have a salary account, so you guys are students, so you have already savings account. You access our ICICI, or you might be using any local bank's website or apps. So, for example, you want to update address. Present, you are staying in Hyderabad. Previously, that account has your local address. So you want to update from your local place to Hyderabad. So previously, like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, you have to take a address proof and you have to go visit a branch and you have to submit your proof. That is like with identity proof, whether you are the owner of that or not. You have to submit a Aadhaar card or PAN card, Xerox copy, and along with that, you have to submit a written application or bank's application. You have to fill up details and you have to submit it. Okay, once you go to bank, it will take minimum half an hour to 1 hour. In private banks, if it is government banks, I don't want to tell you. Okay, so overall it will take 1 hour to 2 hours, sometimes half of your day. So but instead of that, now with the use of these chatbots kind of things in your webs, in websites, in ICICI banks and Access banks, you can use this service called update address. So what you have to do is you have to just provide a latest address copy, maybe gas bill or power bill. So it will ask what is the current address you are staying and what is the proof you are attaching. It's like simple 3 or 4 steps. If you are using an app, click it, uh, click the service called address update, uh, upload that proof. That's it, done. the bank will automatically provide that service and complete that task in 1 or 2 hours. In sometimes real time also. You just click it, it's done. Okay, so because of all these chatbots are being developed in AI, all these transactions or services which we used to manually do, all these jobs are being going away. Okay, so those are the examples. Okay, moving on. So, if you remember correctly, like couple of minutes ago, I have explained many things based on Book My Show app, or Zomato, or Myntra, or Amazon. So these are the challenge. There are so many challenges we have to keep in mind. Then only it will be successful product. Okay. Am I audible? Someone can confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great. Let's proceed then. And in these challenges, I want to cover one more thing related to data security. So why I would like to stress on this point is like highlight this one is like this is one of the important thing now these days in this digital era. Why? Because if you enter your details, for example, credit card, debit card, Aadhaar card, PAN card, for example, as I mentioned, this address update. So you are entering your PAN card number or Aadhaar number into banking website. So once you enter that 15 or 16 digits number, they will store your data in their what do you say in their memory. So they should keep them as secured. The data should not be leaked. For example, if you see every 3 or 4 months, you might hear that lakhs of people's PAN numbers or other card numbers are being leaked, or credit card numbers are being leaked, or you might see like some of the lakhs of the other numbers are available in dark web. I'm not sure how many of you heard about this dark web. So you can try to research and try to get more information. It will be useful for you. For example, if our Aadhaar data or PAN card data is available freely, we might get into problems, because with Aadhaar and authentication, we can do so many things now. Without person's availability or presence, we can do so many transactions, like we can get a brand new sim card mobile number, or we can withdraw money from our bank accounts, and uh, all these things can happen if we are not keeping the data securely. Okay, so we have to make sure whatever the data we are collecting from our customers, it's in a protected nature. Okay. So one of the other example, why I am giving so many examples is you will try to understand more about these things, and you will be more careful while performing this development activities or utilizing these services. So, for example, recently in Hyderabad, this thing happened. So 4 or 5 people, group of people, what they did was they collected 100 to 150 team members of mobile numbers and Aadhaar card numbers. It's like they have told that they got the information from some, I'm not supposed to say, but some of the Xerox centers or some of the railway ticket booking centers and bank service counters. So some of the elderly people or some aged people, they don't know to save their Xerox copies or keep the data securely. So these people have collected like 100 to 150 people's data, Those are like Aadhaar card numbers, PAN numbers, and mobile numbers. So initial step, what they did was, with mobile number and Aadhaar card, you can do many things. So I'm not supposed to reveal all those things. So what they did was, initially they apply, for example, they have applied duplicate SIM cards using local mobile service providers. If you want to get a duplicate SIM card, you have to visit Vodafone or Airtel store, right? Vodafone is now VI. So if you visit that Airtel store, what they will ask you is for proof. So they used to say, these are like my mom, my brother, my friend. They lost the mobile. We are in urgency. Please provide one duplicate SIM. So customer care service agents, what they will do is they will ask for identity proof. So these people already have Aadhaar numbers or PAN numbers, so they will take a Xerox copy of it, and it's very easy to make signatures. So uh, they will get the duplicate SIM cards. That's the first part. So with that mobile number, automatically they will visit the bank branches and they will try to update addresses. So first thing they will do is get the duplicate number and they will try to update the address. So once they update, they can do any one of the thing and they can utilize that for their misuses. For example, they will update their address from Hyderabad to, for example, another area. For example, that guy is staying in Vikrabad, but the address being updated to Amirpet address. So what they will do is, on their names, with the help of latest bank statements or SIM cards or mobile numbers, they applied nearly 200 to 300 credit cards. And crores of money is spent on shopping. So we have to make sure to keep the data securely when we are connecting the this PAN numbers or Aadhaar numbers. Okay, so this is one of the example. Next thing. So it's like DALI. It's a type of AI. It generates images from uh, text descriptions. So how it will work is, it uses a transformer language model to analyze text prompts and generate images. It's trained based on a large data set of text and image pairs, which allows it to imitate different artistic styles. So what it can do is, it can generate images of concepts that don't exist in real world. It can produce variety of images in different styles. It can offer some control over attributes and positions of small number of objects. So it's being developed by OpenAI. Company behind is ChatGPT, developed DALI. As I told you, might be already hearing many times in ChatGPT about this ChatGPT. We'll cover a little bit about it in further next slides. So these are the developers who already developed a Valley. It's a Disney robot. So these are the latest versions which are being released in October 23. And it can this type of AI can be used in creative fields like communication, education. So Microsoft has used it in their designer app, image creator feature in Bing and Microsoft Edge. So you guys aware, right? Bing and Microsoft Edge are like search engines like Google Chrome. So we can use it for some other purposes also, like marketing. It can create images for production services in different contexts or with the different people. Creative variants. Daily can create variants of existing images, like we discussed. So it uses a technique called conditional content generation to create images that match the provided description or prompt. It's based on ChatGPT architecture. ChatGPT and GPT are some different applications. We'll go through it in the next slides, which uses this transformer model and neural networks. It allows DALI to accept text descriptions, perform NLP tasks, perform prompts, and determine the user's intent. It's trained on large data set of images, which allows it to generate realistic and diverse images. But there are some challenges. It might raise some ethical concerns, like also deep fakes, bias, and automation of jobs. So next concept is OpenAI. So I have highlighted couple of these items intentionally. So these are some of the things you can Google it and try to learn more if you are interested. So it's an American intelligence research organization which is founded in 2015 and based out of California. So its mission is to develop a safe and beneficial AGI, artificial general intelligence, which defines highly autonomous systems that perform humans at most economically valuable at work. As a leading organization in the ongoing AI boom, excuse me, OpenAI is known for OpenAI is known for GPT family of large language models (LLMs), text-to-text image models, text-to-video model named Sora. Uh, ChatGPT, released in 22, has been created with catalyzing widespread interest in generate AI. So if you want to explore more about AI and chatbot, if you have mobile or a laptop, you can go through Microsoft Copilot website, or else if you have Android mobile, try to install Microsoft Copilot in your mobile and try to use it. In the same manner, ChatGPT also, you can utilize this ChatGPT website and try to understand more about this feature. You will get to know more. Based on this AI chatbot only, so many new websites or applications are being developed. Recently, I have came across one of the website. I'm not supposed to reveal that name. So most of the times, it will help in uh, cracking the interviews. For example, if you are attending any banking company's interview, so before going to that interview, you can go through the trainings and understand the question and answers and be ready for that interview. In addition to that, I'm not supposed to reveal. They have introduced one premium feature option. Once you pay some amount, they will help you to go through that interview. Something like when you are attending in the interview, if you are not able to get any resolution or you are not able to develop any program, they will help you. They will give you the answers in real time. So this is one of the application developed based on AI. Okay. So next topic is Open AI. So OpenAI is a research and development company that aims to benefit humanity by developing AI in the way that's safe and beneficial. So these are the different types: advanced AI, research AI, release findings, avoid financial obligations. So OpenAI's mission is to ensure that general artificial intelligence benefits all of humanity. AGI is AI that generally smarter than humans and highly autonomous. So research AI, OpenAI conducts research in various areas of AI, including machine learning, natural language processing, that is NLP, and robotics. Next is release findings. So OpenAI releases its research and techniques to the public to promote and develop friendly AI. And next one is avoid financial obligations. So it's like it is a charity-based non-profit organization that's free from all the obligations. Which will allow to focus on positive human impact. So it's like some of the advancements in AI are include are reinforcement learning and language models. So reinforcement learning algorithms that can solve complex problems such as playing games and optimizing resource allocation. So coming to next one, notable projects and contributions by OpenAI. So what are the things they have developed and what are the important things? So as we are discussing in last slides about GPT and Chat GPT, so you can find more information about this. This is also one of the research topic. If you want to learn more, you can try to research and understand more. It will be helpful for you guys. 1 minute, guys. Okay, let's proceed. So these are the some more points related to GPT. So as I mentioned, OpenAI's most significant contribution to the AI is the creation of GPT models. Okay, so these models, astounding ability to produce writing that resembles that of a human, represent a milestone in NLP. Okay, we have discussed about in the previous slides about NLP, natural language processing. So next one is GPT models are pre-trained on massive volumes of text data from internet and make use of transformer architecture, a potent neural network architecture for handling sequential data. Through this pre-training, they are able to become proficient in a variety of styles and topics, producing current and contextually appropriate prose. Okay. Next one is text generation using GPT series, which includes like GPT version 2, 3, has reached previously unheard levels of fluency, coherence, and variety, and it introduced the GPT-4 version also in 2023, and it is being launched to public in the November 22. Next one is GPT models potential to transform many NLP applications and spur future developments in AI research. And development has demonstrated by their implementation variety of the tasks like language translation, text summarization, question answering, and creative writing. So, for example, like it is our sorry, Android phones are Google phones. Google website has already introduced this feature long time ago, like this translate. You can download that app, and you can, if you input any language, for example, you can put English to Telugu or English to Hindi translation option. So whatever the input you have given, it will automatically translates into the another language and give you the output. Okay, so this feature already is being introduced by Google a long time ago. So if you want, you can download that app, or you can go through that website, Google Translate website. So, and another thing is, like we are discussing from a long time, whether Chat GPT and GPT are same or not. So these are like most of the similar kind of things, but these are different types of models. So although they both make use of the same underlying transformers design, their functions are distinct. That is different. So text generation and comprehension are just two of them. Many natural language processing activities that can be handled by the flexible GPT language model. Okay. Next, conversely, ChatGPT is designed to with interactions like traditional conversational interactions in mind, with an emphasis on producing responses that seem human in dialogue situations. Though they share same characteristics as I mentioned, ChatGPT is better suited for chatbot applications than regular GPT models, providing enhanced conversational capabilities. So it's like a overall conclusion related to OpenAI. So it's like, as I mentioned, it is a non-profit organization. It works to develop strong, morally responsible AI systems for the good of humanity. It shapes the future of artificial intelligence by tackling ethical issues and promoting innovations in the field through groundbreaking projects and dedication to ethical development. So next, this company's commitment to openness, cooperation, and morality will be vital in determining how artificial intelligence affects society as technology develops. OpenAI is positioned to continue paving the road for a time when AI will effectively address global issues and enhance human skills by overcoming obstacles with integrity and vision. So it's like I have uh, brought this company's goal or company's aim so that you guys can understand why we are able to use all this feature free of cost. For example, we are using mobiles with so many features. So because of all these non-profit organizations help only, those all features are free. If not, we have to pay some premium. Okay. For example, Google Maps. So Google Maps, as a end users, we are not paying anything, but um, companies like Zomato, Amazon, Jepto, whoever are using their application, they have to pay some amount to parent companies like Google. So, for example, if you have seen the news like Ola Maps, like couple of months ago, Ola team has developed a uh, maps developed a maps feature. Instead of using Google Maps, all the Ola employees will use only this maps app developed by Ola. So it will save the cost of nearly 100 to 150 crores per year to that company. So whatever the features we are using are different. Whatever the features our employers are using are different. Depending upon their requirement, uh, they will charge. So, for example, another example related to this AI is like weather. So, if you observe in your Samsung or Google or Apple mobile, you will have weather prediction. Even Google have this weather feature. So, when will it rain? What is the temperature? When will the sun will rise? When will these things will happen? So, you will get all these notifications, right? So, if you want to utilize more features like what is the exact temperature on November 15th. So if you want to utilize those kind of features, you have to pay some premium to these websites or apps. So whatever you are using are limited features. If you want to utilize all the features, you have to pay a little bit more amount usage fee for that apps. Okay, that's the main points from my side time related to these topics. So I have covered my best. That's all for this session, guys.
Participants, any questions from you people?
I can see couple of queries here. So, guys, give me 2 minutes. I will try to help you guys. Give me 2 minutes break. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, please ping me. I will help you out. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes. I will come back and help you.
Sir, once please on your video, and participant, please everyone on your video. Once we will take the picture of this session. Giridhar sir, once please on your video. Participant, please on your video, everyone, please.
So I'm back, guys. So I think someone has pinged me about how it will understand, like chatbots, how they will understand different queries like slang or cultural regional terminologies. Like I said, these bots will utilize NLP, natural language processing. So they already have inbuilt features which will try to understand and help to reply. So that's my answer. And next one is someone is asking about what's the difference between fine tuning and prompt engineering when using OpenUM methods.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, on behalf of everyone here, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Tripuramalli Giridhar for sharing his valuable insights and experiences with us today. So, thank you once again for gracing with your presence and for making the session a memorable one. We hope to have the privilege of learning from you once again in future, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think someone is already pinging. They have pinged a couple of more queries. Let me try to answer them and we can wrap up. So
Yes.
someone is asking, is BERT better than GPT for NLP applications? Uh, so it's like depends upon your requirement. You have to find it. It's like we are not sure. So if it is a premium feature or it is a open solution, depends upon your requirement. You have to go ahead and use it. Okay. So it's like someone is asking about abstract or highly creative prompts. How can be addressed? So fine tuning, right? So depends upon the model you are developing. So as we covered, you have to train it and you have to input. Uh, you have to optimize the input methods. So you have to train it and you have to give it different types of inputs. So it's like uh, you have to optimize the input prompts. So it will automatically give the images. So then only you will be able to get clear and respective response in your AI requests. Okay. Uh, that's all from my side, team. I think hope I explained whatever I can. So if you have any queries, I have shared my email ID. You can email me. I will try to help you out, and I will share this PPT with you. You can go through it if you want or if you are interested.
So, I have a question, small question.
Yep.
Just a quick one. If we want to do research in this area in BERT, what do you suggest? You have any references which we can study and go ahead for the research?
Okay, so as I mentioned, right, GPT and Chat GPT. So Chat
Yeah.
GPT is the best place to start. So you can visit that website. So you can input your Gmail ID or any email ID and start utilizing that. Or else, as I mentioned earlier, Microsoft also has introduced Copilot. So you can, if you have Android mobile, you can install that app and explore it. And Microsoft also has a website also. So if you Google this Microsoft Copilot and Chat GPT, you will be able to get to know more in detail.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, guys. Hope this session is useful to you guys. If you have any queries, please ping me, or else we can wrap up. I think we have another 5 to 6 minutes left. Okay, it seems no one is responding, and I can consider it no questions. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your patience. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Participant, please fill the feedback form after this session.